Alright, this is pt02 and I'm back for part 2 of Master Grade Crossbone Gundam's review. Alright, and this part I'll be getting into his accessories. First off, we'll start with his core fighter. This does fit into the back of Crossbone Gundam, this giant gaping hole in the back. It's got a little bit of a transformation feature. The cockpit goes down and slides backwards, and some of these little flaps fold down, and the nose cone and the beam sabers go up, and it just fits right into his back there. But I mean, it's awkward looking because of these giant thrusters on the back, but it's a pretty cool looking core fighter, I think. It kind of reminds me of pt02's core fighter, especially since it's got these beam sabers on the side of it. The little cockpit hatch opens, you can see a little pilot in there. And the beam sabers do come out. And he's got these nice little unusually fluorescent pink beam sabers. It's the same plastic that's used for the inside of Master Grade Unicorn Gundam. So it's, I mean, if you put this under a black light, it's going to glow like crazy. Alright, and then we've got his gun, which is really cool, I think, because this is actually 3 weapons in one. The first weapon is this little, kind of a beam rifle, I guess beam pirate gun, very piratey looking. And then it separates, and then you've got this gun, another very piratey looking gun, and this half transforms into a beam sword with a very, very large blade. Again, very piratey looking. I like that a lot. Alright. Another thing about his I think this is may not be the first, but this is one of the few Gundams where his skirt armor is actually a weapon. His front skirts come off, and the sides of them fold out, and he comes with this little straight, it's a chain, but it's just a straight piece of plastic that's stiff and doesn't move, and you can connect it to the skirt armor, connect the other end to his waist, and it's like it's like a little anchor that attaches onto mobile suits and ships and anything else that might be floating in space. So I thought that was really, really kind of cool. And just throw out his front skirts and attach to something and reel it in. Alright, and likewise, his back armor also has features. He actually comes with 2 sets of back skirts. The ones that I have on here now are just normal, there's nothing special about them. But he comes with a second pair of back skirts that look pretty much the same, but they have these little whip thingies that come out of them. You just pull the handle out of the side there, and then it's got a wire, kind of like Goof Custom. So it actually reminds me a lot of Goof Custom's little electric cable thingy. And it's got this little part on the end that's got 3 prongs on it, and you can just swing that around and tear up mobile suits. Alright. And this guy's loaded with weapons. On the back of his legs, even, pull out this little piece, and he's got a little knife, which I thought was really, really cool looking. You can hold it in his hand, but also, another cool feature, you can take the blade from that knife and put it in the bottom of his feet, so he can like either kick a mobile suit and cut it in half, or step on a ship and just eject the knives and have it tear up the surface, or whatever he needs it to do. It's kind of a cool little gimmick there. And then, remember in the first part I was telling you about these parts of the forearm? Well, he just makes a fist, and these things come forward, and then you've got these old beams that come out of it, so pretty much anything he punches is going to be completely destroyed. I thought that is just a really, really cool little weapon. I can imagine that doing a whole lot of damage to anything he hits. And then finally, for the accessories, he comes with his cloak. Supposedly an I'll put him back in the picture, an anti-beam cloak. I did paint it and do some weathering on it, so just to kind of make it look really beat up. It's basically just a big piece of gray cloth, a lot like Sandrock Customs. It may be the same concept. It just fits around him. I'm not going to bother doing it right here because the paint I used on this tends to flake off a lot, and then Crossbone gun will be covered in little flakes of green paint. But it goes around him, and then these little clips, these little white parts on the shoulders, come out. You put the cloak up under them and they clip down, and then these tiny little clips on the side of the cockpit hatch also open up and clip down on the cloak just to kind of hold it in place. Alright, and I think that's about it for Crossbone Gundam. Just a note about decals. It is a Verka release, so he comes with a ton of decals, and some of them are really, the stickers they cut are too big to go in the places where they say to put them. So I would suggest getting the water slide decal set that Bandai makes for Crossbone Gundam. I think that just, it'd end up looking a lot better than the stickers that come with the kit. Alright, and with that, I will see you guys next time.